to part two of our three-part series where we preview the Women's Gymnastics Big Ten Championships Saturday at 2 at Ohio State. I'm Jared Schenker with my beat partner Jay Kaplan and two of our former Women's Gymnastics reporters, Kurt Boak and Eric Book. So guys, Steve Shepard, coach, talked about there was two open spots on floor for three gymnasts. One, Daryl Koncevic, who performed exhibition last week, and Rosie Smith and Allie Southard. Southard and Smith are both seniors. For the two spots, who do you guys see should take it? Who should take those two spots?
Personally, I see Rosie because obviously she's come back great from injury, and I see Daryl actually. I mean, Allie's done well, but last year I wrote a story on Daryl, and it led off with her at the Big Ten Championships, and she just nailed her routine. It was very exciting. She got a great score. Last week it was exhibition, so obviously a lot less pressure, but nonetheless she had a great score, great routine. She really knows what she's doing, and I think she's proven, as a freshman, she proved she can step up when they really need her to in the Big Ten Championship, and I think she can do it again.
Jake, what do you think?
I actually agree with Kurt. Daryl, she has struggled a couple times this year, but on floor, especially last week, her exhibition was her best of the season. I think it was Penn State's second best score overall last week, and even though it didn't count. But Rosie led off on floor last week, did a great job. Might have been underscored a little bit. And I think when she set the tone early on, it just helps the team's momentum.
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna say I believe that Rosie, like you guys should be on. I thought her routine last week was the best that I've seen. Shepard agreed. Again, he said that he thought it was a little underscored. She scored a 9.775. But I also believe that Allie should be in the lineup. I think as a 4-year senior, I think she deserved this opportunity. I believe that she's been able, when her head's on straight, she's been able to perform like she's been capable of in years past. So I believe that it should be Rosie and Allie.
I'm going to go with Jared on this one. All three gymnasts are pretty much in the same score range. Of course, any three of them could not hit or hit the routine, and Shepard's just got to make a decision. I think the team will rally around its seniors. This is the seniors' championship to win or lose. Got to put in Allie's court.
It's obvious that one of those three could be the key gymnast and the key for Penn State to win their first ever Big Ten title. But other than that, who do you guys see as some of the key gymnasts for Saturday?
I see Casey Rohrbaugh as the key gymnast to watch. She's been arguably the most consistent gymnast they've had this year, arguably the past 2 years. I mean, she's just done extremely well in 3 of the 4 events. Obviously, she doesn't do bars, but I mean the other 3. I mean, she's always consistently good scores. You can always depend on her, and I see her as being crucial to keeping this team in it.
You go with the senior. I'm actually going to take a freshman. I'm going to go with Shreya. If they can get 2 all-around scores of 39.6, 39.5 from Shreya and Brandy, that's going to go a long way to helping them out. Obviously, Shreya's had some consistency problems this year. She had the preseason ankle injury that cost her floor. But when she hits, she's arguably one of the best gymnasts in the Big Ten. Definitely top 5. And no other team here can give you 2 gymnasts that are going to score 39.6, 39.5. Jake, what do you think?
Well, first off, I want to say I agree with Kurt a little bit. Casey's very important to the team. Her consistency is key, and also she leads off on vault and beam, which sets the tone for the rest of the lineup, especially because she always hits. But I'm going to pick a freshman, also like Jared, Madison Merriam. Coach Shepard said in the beginning of the season she was one of the team's big guns in the all-around, and seems like every week she does well and seems to do well in 3 events, and maybe falters in the 4th. Last week I think it was beam. But if she could put all 4 events together and add another 39.3 range score to 32, 39.6s from Brandy and Shreya, that would just be huge for the team because that's 12 solid events right there.
Eric, what about you?
And I'm gonna take a cop out here and go with Brandy Personette. Pretty much the same argument that Jared had. If the team has two solid all-around scores from Brandy and Shreya, they're gonna be right up there. Brandy faltered a little bit last week. She proved on floor that it didn't rattle her too much. Probably not much rattles her at this point in her career. Career speaks for itself. This should be her championship to win.
The only thing that she really hasn't won, she has won Freshman of the Year. She's been All-American. She most likely will win her 2nd straight Big Ten Gymnast of the Year. The only thing that she hasn't won is a team Big Ten championship. But no other gymnast in Penn State women's history, so we don't do that. Do you guys feel that she needs to win a team title to kind of set her career as, if not one of the best that Penn State's ever had?
I'll take this one first. When I think some of the greatest athletes of all time, as of right now, I'm thinking Alexander Ovechkin. Fact is, that guy is a perfect example of somebody who needs to win to cement his legacy. You know, you want to go football, McNabb, he needs to win, cement his legacy in Philly, which may be ending. Brandy doesn't. Brandy has been, you know, she's won award after award, she's been consistent. They know she's one of the greatest ever. She doesn't need to win this. I mean, obviously, it would just be gravy on already a great career, and ultimately, I think she may agree with, that, you know, more important than this is going to nationals as a team. You know, doing well in nationals, I think, is more important than this. I mean, it'd be a wonderful thing. She does not need it like, you know, other athletes of our time have.
You mentioned two current players. A former player, everybody knows, first thing people bring up when they think of former Dolphins quarterback Dan Marino is they say, yeah, but he never won a championship. Jake, Eric, do you think that's going to be something people look at when they look at Brandy 10 years from now? Yeah, she was great, but she never brought Penn State to a team title.
I think as much of a team sport this is, it is still have a very big individual component. I think more of a fair argument as something that would cement her career would probably be an individual national championship, an event, or the all-around, which she will be in contention for. Obviously, a Big Ten championship would be huge, and that's the only thing she's concerned about going into Saturday. But her career speaks for itself. She doesn't need a Big Ten championship.
I agree with both of you. She's won Big Ten Gymnast of the Year as a junior, which is very rare for the coaches to vote for a junior. She's going to win it again this year. I feel comfortable saying that. Just like both Kurt and Eric said, her career speaks for itself. And you look at the big picture, a Big Ten title this weekend, it doesn't mean that much. Like, it does for the team, but to cement her legacy, I don't think she needs it. If, say, the team does really well and loses by 10th, I mean, it's not going to change the their standings to going into regionals that much, if at all. And I think the more important thing is her getting a national title individually. And I mean, it would help the team obviously for a great individual performance as usual, but I don't think she needs the Penn State team to win to cement her legacy.
I agree with all you guys. I think that her career is basically set in stone. She's going to go down as one of the top 3 gymnasts that Penn State's ever had. Well, this is the end of part 2 of our 3-part series. Please check back tomorrow as we wrap up our coverage of the Big Ten Women's Gymnastics preview.